Yo guys, Haku here with a One Piece theory and discussion, and today I'm going to be talking about what I think Zou is and why it matters. So, a little bit about what we know of Zou is just that it's a giant elephant with a kingdom on its back, a kingdom that's been around longer than the world government. So that's pretty incredible in and of itself. And I did a bit of research going into this to try to figure out more. And I'll go into more details from the series that we know so far and more details from what I researched that may go into what I think Zou is. So one of the things I found is that there's this old Hindu myth, about the earth being on the back of an elephant, or a similar one where the earth is supported on the backs of 4 elephants that are on the back of a turtle. So there's some interesting mythos behind it, but I'm wondering if Zou is a reference, the kingdom of Zou, Mokomo Dukdom or whatever, is a reference to that mythology, that mythos of the world existing on the elephant's back. And of course there are a lot of other symbolic things that a lot of other people have brought up before, like that it might be a reference to Salvador Dali's long-legged elephants and the surrealism. I think that was Dali. Man, I hope I didn't get that wrong. Somebody's going to call me out. But, yeah, something along those lines, I would say. So yeah, getting off topic, there's a lot of things that it could be referential towards, but none that I think directly affect where the story is going with it, at least so far. I might jump in later on in a later video and say, whoa, it turns out that the long-legged elephant thing or that the world on the elephant's back thing did make a difference or did mean something. But as for right now, I don't think it means much. What I think right now is that Zou, here's the main theory. The theory summed up shortly, I think that Zou is either dying or lost. And I think that Zou's kind, the rest of the giant elephants that could support something like that on their back, because how could Zou be a one-of-a-kind creature? I think they live at the All Blue. Now I think a lot of us, pretty much everybody, is in agreement that the All Blue does exist. And not canon, but in the fandom, people say the All Blue does exist, and it's at the end of the Grand Line. That's where we're assuming it is, where Sanji and Luffy are going to make it to. So I think that Zou and Zou's kind live at the All Blue. They live at the end of the Grand Line. Now Zou, who we know the minks have named Zunisha, is scarred and old, and when you think about it, everything that happens, like any sort of building collapse or Jack tearing up the city, the trees growing into its flesh, all of that is growing into its flesh. It's probably hurting it. It's lived a long and hard life. And I just think, imagine, what if we find out, because I think we're going to be talking to Zou soon, what if we find out that Zou has been lost? It lost its family and has been wandering around in the Grand Line, in the New World, for 1,000 years, trying to find the end of the Grand Line, trying to find the rest of its kind. So I think that the next place we're heading when we get back is, I think we're going to actually go and talk to Raizo, and I think that Raizo's going to be waiting near the head of Zou, and we're going to talk to Zou, Zunisha, her itself. I'm not sure if it's a female, but for some reason with a name like Zunisha and the way they talk about it, I feel like Zou is a female. So when we talk to Zou, I do think that it's going to have some sort of secrets about the Will of D or the world government, the Tenryubito or Celestial Dragons. We're going to get some sort of hinted knowledge, some sort of knowledge about that, even if it's not a lot. And I think we're going to find out that either Zou is lost and trying to find the rest of its kind, or it's just dying and it needs a cure, or it needs to find the rest of its kind or something before it dies. And I think that's going to provide inspiration. I think that is going to give a mink, I don't know which one, maybe Wanda or Carrot or Pedro, it's going to give them reason to join the Straw Hats. We're going to have a sad flashback for them like we have for all of the Straw Hats, and maybe a sad flashback for Zou itself. And after that, they're going to want to join the Straw Hats to find the end of the Grand Line with the dream of finding the rest of Zoe's people or finding a way to save Zoe, just a way to rescue their home. And I think that is important, or to find a new home or something like that. It's going to give them reason to carry, it's going to give a mink a reason to join the Straw Hats. Man, I don't know why I struggled so much getting that thought out. Now, Zoe may die, Jack may show back up, or Weevil may show up and kill Zoe, or Zoe may die by the end of the series, but I doubt it. I don't think so. I think Zoe's going to remain alive, and one mink is going to go with the Straw Hats, like I said, in order to reach the end of the Grand Line and find the rest of the Zoes. the plural Zoes. So, yeah, that's basically the theory. I thank you guys for watching. Theory is that I do think that we're going to talk to Zoe soon. I think that there are other Zoes out there, and that they are from the end of the Grand Line, or the All Blue. And I think that the current Zoe is either dying or lost and wants to or needs to find the rest of its people, and especially if it's been lost for 1,000 years. And so that is the origins of Zoe. And where Zoe is going to be going is that hearing that may give a mink reason to join the Straw Hats to make it to the end of the Grand Line and find the rest of Zoe's people. So that is where I think Zoe came from, what I think it's going to do for the story soon, and what I think it's going to do for the continuing story all the way on to the end. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this theory. Share it around, share it with any other people that are interested in One Piece theories, because this is actually maybe one of the theories I've made that I like the most. It's kind of short, but I really like it, and I haven't heard anybody else say this. So, yeah, I like this one. Share it around if you guys want. Like if you guys like the video. Comment down there what you think about Zoe, what you thought of the theory. Subscribe for more One Piece, at least 3 or 4 videos a week. 3 or 4 videos a week of The Walking Dead as well, and Tower of God. 2 anime reviews a week, maybe 1 if I can't get a series finished in a week, because two anime reviews a week is pretty hard sometimes, just because there's not enough time to get it all watched, and I don't want to just rush something out. I want to be able to sit with it for a bit and write up a decent review and convert that into a decent video. See, I got way off topic there. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Follow on Twitter for updates, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.